Premier.
Well, thank you, Prime Minister. As you've said, it's been a very difficult time for many of our communities right across the state. And to have 37 impacted LGAs gives an understanding to the extent of the devastation that we've seen, not just in this event, but for many events that have taken place before. I want to thank the Prime Minister and the federal government for the cooperative nature and the work that we have been doing together at a state and federal level in ensuring that we get every single person through this difficult time. We said from the outset that we would stand side by side with every single person, every single business that has been impacted by these devastating floods. And for many people, they're at breaking point. It has been event after event after event. I was out in Camden just the other day and met Joe, who's had his restaurant go under 3 times in 3 events. But he stands resilient, as many do. He'll be opening his doors on Friday. But there are many challenges that will continue to face our people, and we want to ensure that this financial assistance gets out to people as quickly as possible. The assistance that we're announcing today, which is in addition obviously to the federal government's support in relation to disaster payments for those people who have been affected in those LGAs, will be available for registration by the end of the week through Service New South Wales for the business grant of up to $50,000, the primary producer grant through the Rural Assistance Authority of up to $75,000. The Prime Minister spoke about the grants to councils, and I had the opportunity to meet with many of the mayors across these local government areas that have been affected, and what was consistent through those discussions has been the need for government support for infrastructure, for many of the roads and the potholes that have been affected, not just by this event, but by previous events in the past. This financial support today of $1 million per council who has been impacted is in addition to that financial support that we have provided in the past. And we'll continue to work with our local government areas right across the state to ensure they have the financial support they need to get their communities back on track as quickly as possible. We know it's been a very difficult time. I think what's most important is that you have all 3 levels of government working together to ensure that we get every single person through this challenging time. We've gone through a lot in the past and we'll get through this too. And I particularly want to thank the Commonwealth Government for their support, listening to what these challenges are and ultimately being in a position where today, in a very short period of time, we are able to have this joint funding arrangement in place to get that support for families, for individuals and for businesses right across our state who've been affected by these devastating events.